What's up, people? Welcome to the GSC podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Slouchy. Joined this week, as always, by Jamie C.
Yo, hello.
Danny.
Morning.
Hello.
And Johnny.
Yo, hello.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
I am so.
Do you know what? I'm smiling now.
Really?
Before the podcast, I was like, I don't want to do it this week. You can all fuck off. Like, now you've actually just said, "What's up, people?" I've got a big grin on my face. I'm good now.
You were thinking before. Nice.
Right.
Like, what can I do to pretend I'm sick again?
Oh my god! What?
Anyway, get on with it.
Fantastic.
Right, fine. Johnny.
Yes. All right, mate.
Me. What you been up to?
Bit of Samurai Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good, man. I just did the Oda clan. Right. Happy days.
The Nobunaga missions, yeah?
Yeah.
I think I finished those as well.
I bet you're done. Are you done with everything? Or are you still?
No. I've still got loads left to do in that game. I just haven't been playing it at all because, like, previous addictions, man, were just kicking back in.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you about that in a bit.
God. All right. Yeah, I've been playing that quite a bit, and I also pre-ordered Little Planet 3, which yeah. Is that next week? That's next week, isn't it? 19 days, I think I read yesterday. So 18 days.
It's 28th then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cannot wait for that.
I don't know why
yeah,
you're excited for it. What is it that's exciting you, man?
Yeah.
I've always
The crap bird and, like, the fat retard dog that was in the video.
Oh, wait to play the crap retard dog. I don't know. I've just always enjoyed them. I think they're good fun, and I like creating things and then just seeing what people make with it.
To be fair,
I'm really surprised that you're buying it. I'll be honest. Like, I know you're a Little Big Planet fan, but is it going to will it maybe be the only game you buy in November?
No. After seeing the reviews for Dragon Age, I've been keeping my eye on that, and I really want it, and I think I will probably buy that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
But-
I will be buying that.
But have you picked those over Far Cry 4 as well?
Far Cry 4, I'm not super duper excited for. I think I'm going to wait a little bit for it. I mean, I loved Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
I've seen a 4, it looks pretty much the same. Nothing looks that much different from it.
it's in the mountains, man. Not on a
Yeah.
desert island. Come on, it's
That's
completely different.
Ride an elephant, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough different to warrant a purchase, even though I just bought Little Planet 3, so whatever. But, yeah, I get it. But yeah, I think Dragon Age is going to suck up all my time. That game looks huge, so...
I haven't even watched that many trailers for it, man, or any gameplay videos or anything. I'm
Yeah,
trying to keep myself unspoiled to go into it fresh.
Yeah. Well, the guy said like he played for about almost 100 hours, and there's still tons more stuff to do, like areas he like hadn't touched, and lots of stuff to like characters he didn't even see, and just yeah.
So we're talking like Dragon Age 1 length then, not
Yeah, exactly. It's
piss poor Dragon Age 2 length.
yeah, because I hated 2, but loved 1, so this seems to be a good, returning back to form.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. What else is coming out? Anything else coming out that I should get?
There's something that just came out that you should get that you probably won't.
Sure. What is it?
Freedom Wars on the Vita, man.
Oh, I was interested. Is that right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, dude, that game is fantastic and it's dirt cheap. It's like £20, man, for a brand new game. One of the best games on the system.
Where from?
I downloaded it from the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, the store seems to be cheaper than retail for this one.
Right. Once this is done, I'll be downloading that then.
Definitely check it out, man. It's awesome.
Perfect. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Cool, man. Janny, what you been up to, bro?
Yeah, I played some of the games that came out on PlayStation Network this month. So Escape Plan, which I thought was a little bit different on the Vita when I played it, but maybe it was just a level in the demo. Have you guys played it?
I
Yeah,
owned it on the Vita and again now on the PS4, yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't given it a lot of time just yet, but the puzzles seem... I mean, I got really stuck because I didn't realise you could use the trackpad as well, so I couldn't pull a lever. It took me about 10 minutes to work it out. But yeah, no, it seems pretty cool. And I've been playing a little bit of SteamWorld Dig, and again, it was literally about 20 minutes before I came on here. And I don't know what it is with me and digging games, but I tend to just like dig down and then realise I've got myself into a bit of a hole. And
I want to slap you.
That's not just gaming, that's your life as well.
Yeah, that really is.
I just kept on digging. I was like, I should probably stop now. Ooh,
What
look
type of game? I've never heard of SteamWorld Dig. What is that? Is it like a Minecraft clone? I'm imagining a Minecraft clone.
No. think more of Spelunky.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that
Terraria?
Yeah.
It's more of just a downward collection thing, isn't it?
Mm.
The idea is it's got puzzle elements in that you have to make sure you don't put yourself in a predicament. But
So I'd be
that's the
pretty
limits of the puzzle.
balls at it. Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Maybe you need more time in it. It took me about 2 hours to really realise I'd lost 2 hours in it.
No, that's fine. I mean, I said I hadn't played it very long, and I can, I was just dicking around with it really as well. So yeah, no, it seems pretty cool. It's quite nicely designed. It's not too over ambitious with anything, but yeah, it seems like a nice little game. And next on the list, I'm going to be playing Binding of Isaac because I've had it for a while on Steam, and obviously for obvious reasons, I haven't been able to play it. So I'll be interested in playing that. The only thing is, actually, with these PlayStation Plus games, I'm wondering why they weren't on the Vita. They were on the Vita, but you had to pay for them, which I didn't quite understand because the Vita's not doing great as it is. So surely they'd give reason for people to play.
That's the reason they're not giving you good games, man. They don't want to waste licensing fees on the Vita that's basically dead.
Yeah, but surely you could just, partly reward Vita owners to play. I mean, the fact that even when I plug in my Vita to my PS4, it says this accessory is not supported.
I've never done it, man, so I don't know. But that's
Sony's own console doesn't even want the Vita. I mean, it's just like, it's so
I'm sure you can
unloved.
find an old dust-off Vita emulator somewhere online.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I was just a little bit disappointed, really, that they didn't make them all available, and that you had to pay for the Vita versions and not the other way around.
I thought it was cross-buy.
No, they're not
I thought
cross-buy.
if you download, I thought if you get one, you get both versions.
Oh, hang on. So
No, they're still charging in the store.
I have to double check that because when I went on, if you go on your PS4, you can't download the Vita versions. But if you go on your Vita or through their website, you can do whatever was available for it. I can't remember which games were available on it off the top of my head. But yeah, I haven't really done that much this week. I've caught up with Walking Dead and now Arrow, so that would be good. And I haven't been able to watch Toast of London yet. Sorry, Jamie.
When you say you caught up with Walking Dead, do you mean you watched last night's Walking Dead, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jenny and Jamie. Johnny, don't watch it.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
That episode,
Where are you up to, Johnny?
The end of that episode, oh my god.
Episode 3, season 1.
Season 1, episode 3.
Oh
Dude,
man,
we could spoil this shit.
you'll forget about it by the time you get round again. Yeah.
You'd be like, what's Walking Dead? Oh shit. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Cool, man. Jamie, what have you been up to, bro?
I just had a week off work, right?
Yeah, you did.
Find it quite fitting that the aim of my week off was to wean myself off of energy drinks, and then so I spent the week playing Sunset Overdrive, a game about a toxic energy drink that turns everyone into mutants. It's quite fitting, but hey, I finished it and I loved it. It's in contention for a game of the year.
Wow.
Definitely, in terms of like a console exclusive, it's up there. It's definitely the best thing I've played on the Xbox so far.
Did you enjoy your time with Sunset Overdrive more than Infamous Second Son?
Ooh.
These are the two comparable exclusives, though, aren't they? They're both.
I did think about this
praise
actually.
against,
Yeah, I mean, but they give you different sides of things. Like Infamous will have a deeper, more meaningful story, as much as it can do, but they still offer you the quirky lead character, don't they? I suppose. Yeah. The freedom in Sunset Overdrive is a massive seller. I think that's one of the biggest things. It's the fact that you build you skill level up yourself. You progress. The same time when you first picked up Skate and you're like, this isn't Tony Hawk controls. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But then eventually you realise that's more responsive and it's actually a more rewarding way of playing a skateboard game was to play Skate, to do it that way. So in the way that you have these 3D platformers, Sunset Overdrive eventually rewards you for playing their style, and you feel better for it, definitely.
Why did you have to bring up Skate, man? Now all I can think about is why isn't there a new Skate game for us to play, man?
Same here.
Oh, something about that later. But no, I mean, other than Sunset Overdrive, I took a bit of an opportunity to catch up on some films and the old television, and I got around to watching that Street Fighter Assassin's Fist porno that they did. It wasn't porn, was it? No, wait. Got the wrong one. But no, Assassin's Fist was that Machinima product, wasn't it? Was it sponsored by them or funded by them?
Yeah, they put money towards it.
They basically got it so that they could put it on YouTube for a bit. But I could have watched it all on YouTube. It is there for free if people want to watch it. But I wanted to give them a bit of money for it, so I went out and bought the Blu-ray when it released last week.
What did you think of it, man?
I'm really impressed. 2.5 hours well spent. I watched the whole thing in one go as well, which is another reason I wanted to do that. Because if you watch it on YouTube, you've got it all episodic and it just feels a bit stop-start. But I watched the whole thing. I think they broke it down really well. The story between Ryu and Ken, and then it going back to it's Goken, isn't it, and Goki.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they go back to that, it's really well paced, really, really well paced. Nothing dragged, nothing felt like 2.5 hours. You'd think as a film that could be a bit long for something for Street Fighter, but it works perfect. And they left it on a really high note as well, ready for some more.
There's so many scenes in that little thing that they put together, man, that just make it just a million times better than anything Hollywood's ever done with that license. Little touches, man, and even little Capcom Easter eggs, like when Ken gets a package from his dad and it's Mega Man.
It was the
Mega
porno.
Man 2. What do you mean it was the porno?
Ken gets a package from his dad. Anyway, it's an Assassin's Fist. Captain Slippy Fist to the rescue. But I'm selling it short now by being rude. But no, in all seriousness, even you take away the elements that are Street Fighter, they've still done a beautiful job of finding locations and using some great settings. I think it's stunning. Very funny as well when it needs to be. The old man sat at the water edge fishing.
Yeah, man.
There's a real nice touch in there because that felt very Japanese in what was essentially a Western product of something Japanese, right?
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. That was my week. I loved it.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
You guys at least did stuff, man. I didn't really do anything that we could talk about on this podcast. Tell you what happened. I went to Nottingham to Games Workshop HQ to play Warhammer on their magical tables, right? That happened. And I've been playing a fuck ton of Final Fantasy 14 again, man.
Really?
The addiction is back. After I went to Distant Worlds the other week, they played a song from Final Fantasy 14 called Answers. And I was watching the video that they put together for it and stuff, and I was just like, man, now I remember why I love Final Fantasy 14. And I've been listening to that song quite a bit. And then in the intermission between the first part and the second part of the concert, they played a trailer for the new expansion to Final Fantasy 14 that's coming out called Heaven's Ward. Mm-hmm. And then that was enough to make me decide nope, that's it, I'm going back on Final Fantasy 14. So I'm hammering that out over the last couple of weeks. Everything's changed though, and this happened before when I took a big break from Final Fantasy 14 and came back. I came back and all of the high level currency that I've been grinding to buy gear now doesn't exist anymore. There's a new currency, and you have to go and trade in your old currency for the new currency, and you get a shit exchange rate on it. So I'm basically back to square one on gear grinding, but I've actually been playing more of the storyline missions that have been added in the patches since, and I'm just sat at the Leviathan battle now. I haven't done it yet, but it's on the agenda, man, for the next couple of nights. Loving that game.
Sounds good.
Been playing some more Freedom Wars. I'm up to code level 5 now, or code 5. That makes sense to people who've been playing Freedom Wars. I'm sure there's one of you listening that played it. I just got partially unsupervised. I got the right to be partially unsupervised, so I can move more than 20 meters away from my accessory without getting 10 years added to my sentence.
Fucking hell.
Loving that game, man. It's really, really good. No, I haven't had a chance to play any multiplayer yet, though, because I'm the only person I know that owns it. So we'll wait and see. Hopefully Johnny will pick it up at some point, and then I'll play some play with him.
If you can get Janny off a SteamWorld dig. Janny, I can see you playing it.
No, once I'm not actually playing games.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing on PS4 then?
I've just left it on in the background. I see you playing games, man.
And the tables have turned here.
But yeah, that's pretty much me last week, man. So let's move on to more important stuff, or more important stuff to you guys. Stuff that I didn't really give a fuck about when I see the announcement. But I know you guys wanted to talk about it. Johnny, you love this game. It's Majora's Mask coming for the 3DS.
Cannot wait.
Jamie, what do you think about this, man? I don't know which camp you're in. Which camp are you in? The love it or hate it side?
I'm. It's definitely in the bottom half of Zelda games for me. Definitely not in my top half. So this was why it's an interesting piece, I think, this week, because it does seem to be a title that splits the Zelda fans. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that it's just a harder one for me to get into.
Yeah. Johnny, remind us why you should love Majora's Mask, man.
Because it has the best story, easily. I think because it was all about the characters, and like having the actual 3-day cycle, you could play out all their stories individually and see how it sort of like starts and how it ends. And it's I'd say it's probably the most weird Zelda game in a franchise. There's some really messed up stuff, but a lot of dark stuff in there as well.
Okay.
Like the butlers, like Deco's son, like for example, and there's a lot of dark touches. I just thought, it's definitely separated from the others, and I think it is sort of divided amongst fans because people either like really enjoyed it or just didn't get into it. And I really like the mask like aspect. You can put on a new mask and get like new abilities and stuff like that.
Did the masks? See, I didn't play past the beginning, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
It just didn't click with me. Like I started playing it, obviously after playing Ocarina and stuff. Remember, I didn't finish Ocarina either back in the day. Right? We've been through this a few times, right? Remember, I never finished Ocarina, but I got quite far into Ocarina back in the day, and then I started Majora's Mask, and it was really different from Ocarina. Like there was a lot more going on, and I think my little like child brain couldn't process it, so I just gave up on it. So I really don't have an opinion on Majora's Mask because anything that I played of it, like I didn't really remember or I didn't retain that information.
Right.
It's an interesting one, Majora's Mask, because I actually quite liked it, and I think it was, I don't know, you're living in constant fear because every time you look up at the sky, the moon's closer and closer, and so you're running out of time. And if you miss a time slot, and you have to restart the whole sequence again. But there was other things you could do. So if you realised quite quickly that you'd missed that, what you were trying to do in that episode, then you could at least go around and try and see what else was going on at that time period. So if you were someone who would take a few notes when you're playing computer games or video games, they were probably more rewarded than those on the more casual side of things, which is strange because I'm not sort of one of those. I don't think I've ever taken notes in another game, or very few games anyway. But Majora's Mask was one of them, just so that I could keep track of what happens at certain points or different parts of the day, so I could make the most of my next playthroughs. But some people found that as a hindrance, like you had to start all over again. And you only had things happen at certain times, but it was more like it was almost like it is Groundhog Day, but yeah, I know I quite enjoyed it, and that's why I've pre-ordered the special edition already.
Oh, really? That's special edition. What'd you get with that?
Huh?
What'd you get with that?
Oh, it's through Nintendo. You get a Mario hat because it was enough money. There's like a poster. Am I right in saying it looked quite fancy?
Similar to
Metal
the special edition that we got with Ocarina of Time 3D, yeah? You had like that completely separate case that had like a poster and stuff like that inside.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I think the big selling point for this special edition is the little Majora's Mask pin badge.
Okay.
It's like a little special edition badge in a box, and that'll probably be the one that sells it.
It would have been cool instead of a Mario hat that you got a Majora's Mask.
That would have been awesome. I was going to ask if you got one. But
yeah, face mask. That would have been cool.
They're missing out. They could have sold that for like £100 with the game, couldn't they?
And I would have
done a mask edition.
I probably wouldn't have bought that. I'm not going to lie. I probably wouldn't have bought it for that. But I think it was $44.99. I think
I'll be on that.
Yeah,
it's under 50, isn't it, for that one?
Yeah,
that's good.
It's out March or something, isn't it?
It's just spring at the moment. I mean, I think it's going to release at the same time as the new 3DS in the Western market. I think it'll be the same week.
Really, do you reckon?
Yeah, although then obviously it's not optimized for the new 3DS, I still think it might have a feature that can be used on it, or it'll just something to tie it in enough to release it at the same time.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the info from the new 3DSs yet? Because I know they haven't stated that they're going to run current 3DS games better than the current 3DS, but I think once like side by side comparisons start happening, like you're going to see a much better frame rate and stuff on current 3DS games on the new 3DS.
I don't think so. It's only loading is slightly improved. I think that's all they've shown because they're out in Japan, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, and there'll be Australia this month as well.
Yeah, I think there's like a side by side sort of thing, and it just seems to be loading things quicker.
Okay.
I think the Smash Bros game now has something optimized for it. Like you can use the extra stick, can't you? Yeah, just little things like that.
Also, I don't know if you've tried to like use the menu while playing Smash Bros, but it like lagged the machine up a little bit. It was like 5 seconds. It just like sort of pause and do nothing. Whereas on the new one, it's instant. It doesn't lag. It's got that processing speed. So,
On the topic of special editions, right? Do you guys always check what's in the special edition before you pre-order it? Because
Clearly not.
I mean, I'm in a situation right now where I've got a pre-order down on the collector's edition of Dragon Age Inquisition, but I don't know what's in the collector's edition, so I don't even know whether I should have pre-ordered it or not.
I would check at least.
Do you guys, Jamie? Do you know what's in it?
No, I haven't got a clue. I didn't even realise there was a special edition. How much is it?
I don't know. It was £10 deposit at game. So I don't know whether that's standard practice for them. I think it's £5 usually to pre-order from them. So
is it even a special edition, or is it just going to be like an extra bloody DLC?
No idea. I tell you what, nobody check, nobody look, right? And then when the game comes out, I'll let you know whether it was worth it or not, man.
Okay.
You're going to still go in blind, are you?
Yeah, I won't even check. I'll go and I'll buy it, and then I'll come back and report on how good or shit it was.
Well, I think, hang on. For me, it's based. I think it's mainly based on price. Like, if it's sub £50, I probably won't, unless it's just a DLC. And if the DLC is a bit shit, then I may just get the normal edition. But if there's something physical that I'm getting for it, and it's a game I kind of like, then I'm probably not going to question it. If we're talking
if it's Square Enix, I probably will just spit money at them.
Yeah, but if it's like 60, 70 quid, then I'd have to consider it. And then plus, I think there's only once, and that was the GTA 4.
The amazing lockbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? That was a great freebie. Or I say freebie, that was a great collector's
bag as well.
Yeah.
Because the the stuff you got with the limited edition was better than the bloody game. It lasted longer. It was more memorable.
Going back to Majora's Mask, have you guys seen the trailer?
I haven't watched it yet. No, I've only seen screenshots and read the initial release statement or the initial reveal statement.
Danny, Jamie, have you guys seen the new trailer?
I mean, I watched the Nintendo Direct, which I'll go into a bit more detail on a bit, but I did watch that, so I've seen the trailer reveal from that.
Yes,
okay.
I've not been looking at any side-by-side comparisons that have been popping up on the
internet. Obviously, there are some now, and they've been working on it since 2011, and it looks massively improved. Are you guys thinking about picking it up, or you?
It is a purchase for me, definitely.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, just in the sense that, like I said, it is still probably in the bottom half, but when you're in the bottom half of a great game series, you're still a great game. You know? So it's fine. I don't know, was this the one that should have been made next? I think it seems to be the one everybody was crying out for.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think, because it came out at a weird time on the N64, and you needed the expansion pack, right? To play it.
Yep.
I think it got a limited audience back then. So
do you think the 3DS is the right home for it?
Yes, because Zelda 64 did very well on the 3DS, I believe.
Ocarina of Time, it sold tons, man. I mean,
That's
I'm gonna try it, right? Because especially you, Johnny, telling me that it's really good, and me remembering it being not so good. That could have just been me, where I was as a gamer at that point. You know,
I think you'd appreciate the tone. It is a lot darker than usual. I think you'd really like it.
Yeah, you'll forgive it for introducing Tingle to the series.
Yeah.
Really? I quite
Don't know
like
about
Tingle. What's the
No,
problem
you
with
don't.
Tingle, man?
He's. I'm not going to say
You
what
don't
I was
even
going
need
to
to
say,
finish
but
it, man.
I think my brain just had a lockdown because I couldn't actually believe that's what you were asking.
All right, well, put it this way, right? The most fun I've had with the Zelda game was Twilight Princess. So,
You might want to keep that to yourself.
what? Really? Really? Did you
Really?
guys not like? I love Twilight Princess. Why?
I like Twilight Princess. I think it's up there as well as one of the better ones.
I
I mean,
struggled to get him.
I bought it for the Wii when it came out, and then I took it back, traded it in, and bought it for the GameCube because
Yeah,
I just
that's
couldn't.
right.
I couldn't
Do you
do
still
it.
have
That
it
was the
for
problem.
the GameCube?
I don't have it now. No, I don't know where it would be.
What?
Um,
Mine
but
got
no, I mean
stolen.
it's a better game for the GameCube, definitely.
Yes. It belongs on the GameCube. It's a fantastic game. Skyward Sword. Better than it's better than Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
That's what I
It's
meant.
so
It's
good,
better
you
than
forgot
Skyward
to-
Sword.
When I've struggled with Zelda games, it tends to be when they have a novelty thing going on. So the ones on the DS where you had to use the stick to control him, it's like that's not on.
No, no. I won't have a bad word said about Phantom Hourglass. I loved it. I finished that. That's
Right,
the
one of
game
the
is
two
still
Zelda
great.
games I finished, man.
I mean, and you got to think Phantom Hourglass had the bit where you had to close the case, and when you opened it again, it had printed down onto the lower screen. That just blew my
fucking
mind.
mind.
So you do forgive it for the bad control system. But
And when there was the one Goron stood on the platform quite far away from you, and it was like, get his attention. But it did, that's all it said, get his attention. And I was like, how the fuck? I was like tapping him for ages. And then I like couldn't think of what to do, so I was just like, fuck! And then like the microphone picked it up, and he like looked at me. Like, so good. I love that game.
with
Spirit
the
Tracks-
series,
Sorry,
oh, what
carry
you-
on.
No,
I was just
go
gonna
on.
say, Spirit Tracks was good as well. Like I appreciated the like train combat side of it, like that they were doing something new where you used the train instead of like your boat or whatever, but you could only go on tracks, and there was like enemy trains with moblins and stuff on. But overall, I don't think it was as good as Phantom Hourglass, just because you didn't have the freedom of exploration that you did, where you could just plot whatever course you wanted to take in the first one.
Yeah. But I was going to say, we've got the Majora's Mask 3D announcement. We know it's coming early next year. Is this the last game currently that you see worth a remake or reboot? Or do you think there's anything else in the Zelda catalogue that could be brought back up for maybe the Wii U or the 3DS?
Oh, 3DS. I reckon, or Wii U, or maybe both, like a simultaneous release. If they did like a new Four Swords game, with the sort of new Phantom Hourglass like style, like that art style, but like a Four Swords game, that would be amazing.
You know, I'd like to see them do Jesus, what's it called? Link's Awakening, because it's so old now. Yeah, it's just so. I think it could do with a little refresh, and I don't think many people would have played it either in the modern day. So I'd love to see that being redone.
If they
Yeah,
if they remade it and they fixed all the inconsistencies they put in it the first time, like the fucking rupees being the wrong color and chain chomps randomly being in places, then
Wait, what?
there was
Wrong
random.
colour?
Yeah, rupees were the wrong color in that game, and there was random chain chomps.
Oh, you're talking about a DX version.
And there was a Yoshi doll as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. They had Goombas as well in it, I seem to recall, when you went into
Although A Link to the
dungeon.
Past had like paintings of Mario on the walls. So.
But no, I mean that would be good. But yeah, Four Swords, I'd have no problem with that because that is just a Link to the Past, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, and they've already got the engine there, so that would probably be the most.
That's
Most
true.
likely
Actually, screw what I said about like Phantom Hourglass style. Do it in the Link Between Worlds style.
Well,
And then
there's no other way they're going to do it, is it? They've got it there.
Yeah.
But this one, the Majora's Mask, when we think about it logically, is not actually that much of a surprise, because when they did Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask used the same engine, and they've ported. Actually, they said as soon as they finished Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, they started the port of Majora's Mask.
Oh, you can't call it a port, man. It's so different. Everything's different.
You know what I mean. They did say as well, actually, that they are going to be working on some bits to make it a little bit more accessible. I can't really relate here because I didn't play Wind Waker, and but they said that the tweaks they made to that were quite successful. So they were looking to implement something similar with Majora's Mask.
Well,
but
that's something that only Jamie can answer because he's the
Yeah.
only one who's played Wind Waker HD. Did
you
you notice?
notice-
Did you notice things that were different, Jay, between Wind Waker HD and the original?
Just a smoother game. I mean, we're talking, God, like, when were we now? We just had that one, the re-release in the end of 2013.
Yep.
And then when was Wind Waker now? 2002. Yeah.
2002.
So it's a long time. That's like 10, 11 years later. So you will see some differences. They couldn't just port it, could they? Really, in a sense, they couldn't just port it. But no, you will see some. It obviously looks nicer. It plays smoother. But I couldn't comment because of the age difference between playing them. Then I couldn't really comment to say, oh, they fixed this bug, they fixed that bug, because I never really saw any bugs. Never really had any major problems with it.
The most obvious one is they cut down on the later part of the Triforce hunting, right?
God, yeah, of course. That was never ending when it originally released on the GameCube. So they cut the time down on that. So when you're hunting for the Triforce pieces, it's not so tedious, boring. It's still long-winded, but it's not as bad.
So what do you reckon? Are they going to be more generous with the 3 days before the moon hits you thing then?
No,
there are
weren't, 'cause that's
tutorials
integral.
in there now, aren't there? They've put some text boxes in for tutorials on the new one.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, it looks like that's what's happening.
I wonder if they'll
They
do
did the
something
same-
like a like almost when you do maybe complete the game. This is like very very just thinking out there. I wonder if they're going to do something like if you finish the main game without all the side quests, that you can actually just almost turn off the or you don't lose your progress when the moon crashes down, so that when you restart you don't have to redo the same actions. I wonder if they'll introduce something like that, because that was a very love or hate it sort of thing. So it'd be interesting to see.
What you're saying, like a sandbox mop-up mode at the end? Like if you finish the campaign, go back and do the side quests without the time restraint?
Yeah, either that or or if you've done something, you don't have to redo it. So you can literally do something else during that time period, and then you can just continue on whichever stream you want to go down. If that makes sense. I wonder if they'll do
so
that.
almost like the side quest might not progress time or something, so that you could return to normal duties.
What the? Wait, hang on. Were the quests in Majora's Mask similar to Dead Rising, where there was a time limit on getting to places and stuff?
Well,
There was a
time would
schedule.
progress. You'd have the 3 days, wouldn't you? Yeah, Johnny's right, a schedule. That's how it is. So a character might be in one location on day one, but then to do the next part of his chapter, he might be somewhere else completely on day two, and you'd have to progress to be in there in time.
I might.
Ben, do you remember on Ocarina of Time, the postman? And he was only certain parts of Hyrule at certain times of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like that, and it's pretty much taken that concept and put it into a game. So if you missed a day he was there, then at the time he was there, you'd have to come back.
Dude, I'm actually a little bit more excited now for Majora's Mask after hearing you guys talk about this, because I'm living in a post Dead Rising existence where I really enjoyed those time limits being put on the quests and stuff. So, if this game is all about that, then maybe I'll really enjoy it this time around. Oh man, my eyes are open. This is amazing. I'm
really
actually gonna go pre-order it now. That's sick.
Insert da 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 da.
Okay. Well, that's Majora's Mask. It's coming. It's a thing, man. Jamie, you got any of that flash news for us?
Well, I mean, just while we're talking about Majora's Mask, then obviously that came from the Nintendo Direct last week. After we'd recorded, it was the following day, I think. Pretty much then, in terms of anything else they had, no, they had nothing else. It was worrying.
Really?
Yeah, I think the most exciting thing, and they open with it, is obviously then Majora's Mask coming to the 3DS. They had a couple of other trailers for some things in the works that we already know, nothing else announced. With Splatoon, for example, revealed at E3, it was made to be it was just going to be this deathmatch game, but they did reveal a single-player campaign element to the game as well, which, is nice, but it's still not going to sell anything.
Yeah.
And then they show Kirby, which is nice, but it's still not going to sell anything.
Mhm.
These are games that they're showing off that just don't have the legs to sell units. There was that Codename Steam or whatever it is on the 3DS. And it's from the guys who made Fire Emblem.
Oh no,
but
that looks fucking awesome. That looks
No,
like
that's still not gonna
Valkyria
sell it.
Chronicles, man. It will sell to me.
Yeah, but it won't sell many
Exactly.
more. I don't think it's got the legs. I just don't think it has a pulling power for a brand new IP that just doesn't look like it's going to do anything. I really think that's the case. I'll eat Gianni's Mario hat if I'm wrong.
Oh no, I can't see it being a commercial success. No, I don't think it's
No.
going to shift a load of copies. But I think it's going to be a good ass game, man. All of the Fire Emblem games have been good so far, and that game looks a lot like Valkyria Chronicles, which is also a fantastic game, but with an art style that's closer to sort of Advance Wars.
It's a steampunk turn-based Gears of War. There you go. That's what it looks like to me.
That pretty much is what it is, man.
It is. It is what it is. There were a couple of things where they're like, this will be available straight after the Direct, which gave us Shovel Knight, finally. We've been waiting in the UK for a long time for that, so that's out now for an extortionate price on the 3DS and Wii U. What did I call it? On Twitter, I called it like DuckTales the Spoon Edition.
Yep.
Basically what it is. I do want to play it, but in a time that it's come out at the wrong time now. There's too much going on for that game to matter right now. If it had come out 2 months ago when America got it, I might have been able to afford it and play it, but I'm swamped with November releases now. I've got no time for it. One thing I did pick up, though, was the Pikmin short movies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, really, really happy. I wasn't at first. It came out and it's £4.49 here in the UK, and it's 3 short movies. That's what you know. When you see him talking about them on screen, Miyamoto, you're like, yeah, I'll have some of that. Of course I will. Bless him, he's selling it on screen. So I bought it. We watched it, and the first one was less than a minute.
Well,
I was
my
like, have I
God.
just spent a fiver on 3 fucking short 1 minute movies? But the second one was a bit longer. I think it was more like 6 or 7 minutes, and then the third one was about 12 minutes. So you do get about 20 minutes overall.
All right.
And the first one being short, you don't really get anything from it. But then the other 2 were funny, they were clever, and they really worked. And it made you kind of think, wow, a little Pikmin shorts could work if they did these intermittently, like just release them now and then. Like maybe not at a cost, because £4.50 for 20 minutes is, by any standards, that's an expensive 20 minutes, right, Gianni?
No comment.
That is an expensive 20 minutes. But no, it's still fun.
that's pretty much in line with games these days, right?
£1 an hour.
£1 an hour? No,
Yeah.
£1 an hour is like what it should be.
Yeah.
It's fucking not though. When you've got
Should get
like
£1 an hour.
6-hour campaigns for 50 quid.
Or 10
Yeah.
minutes. Oh, wait.
Or 4 hours, 15 minutes in the case of Kane and Lynch 2.
Oh
Diabolical.
god, let's never speak of Kane and Lynch 2 again, man.
No. But really, that's what Nintendo gave us, and it's a sad time when all
Well-
they've got left this year then is Smash Bros. On the Wii U.
Were the Wave 2 amiibos announced on it, or were they announced after separately?
I mean, they've
'Cause I
technically
saw
officially
them.
been announced already. They've been announced already, but
Does
Yeah.
anybody even want them? Why do we need them, Jamie?
I don't need them anymore when I know Link comes on a stream of piss. So I'm
Yeah, I know. It looks
What was
awful.
that
They're
decision
terrible.
about? Why couldn't they just make those like
Funny.
plastic things clear?
It's
yeah.
cheaper to have it look like shit.
It's cheaper to make it look like piss.
Yeah.
Than clear plastic, apparently. Colouring it would have cost, I don't know, doesn't make sense at all. But no, that's Nintendo's Direct, and like I said, it's just a bit of a worrying end of year for them, maybe. I'm sure Smash will sell some Wii U consoles, but
Yeah.
no.
When's it out again?
Smash is November 28th in the UK now.
Oh, of
Is
course,
it?
yes.
It got brought forward a week. That was it. Do you want some other little bits
Yeah, let's do it.
before I give up? Battletoads has been trademarked by Microsoft.
Oh,
Oh,
for
no.
fuck's sake, man.
That's just broke today. That's brand new. Whatever that means, it could just be costumes in a Kinect Sports game, or something in a game already. It could be a reboot, or it could just be a
Could be in
poor
Project Spark.
HD remix. Something they could be in Project Spark along
Did
with
you-
Conquer. That's sad.
Do you guys have
Yeah.
fond memories of Battletoads?
No.
Yes,
Because I
loved
remember
it.
Battletoads being fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
Nope, I loved it. I had it for the SNES and absolutely loved
It's
it.
Did
so
you play?
shit.
Did you
it's
play
good.
on your own though?
Yes.
That's a game where you can fucking beat up your co-op partner. If your co-op partner
Yeah.
gets in the way, you just batter him. What the fuck were they thinking, man?
I just had it.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't like Battletoads at all, man. I could like a new one if they took that out, maybe.
You need to play it multiplayer. That's the thing. You need to. You need to co-op that. You do need to do that. Do you want to know somebody else who's bringing out another game?
Do it.
Oh, Tony Hawk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I think he had some sort of mobile thing canned recently, but he has announced on Twitter that he's got a new home console game coming next year. I don't know. I hope there's no app or any fucking
Peripheral.
peripheral.
You could turn your tablet into a skateboard.
Just jump on your iPad screen, man. It's fine.
Jump up and down on your whatever model you decide to go with, whatever brand. But no, that would be a shame. In a time where we do need a new skate game, we don't need Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it has
What
to
has happened
skate.
with Skate? It's just gone dead. I haven't heard
Well,
anything
I mean,
from.
Right? Or
Skate 3
4 or
sales recently because of the likes of it is because of PewDiePie playing it on his channel. Sales have they've had to reprint the game. That's something I was talking about a couple of months back. They've had to reprint the game because of the success recently. So I think there may be legs for a fourth one on the new consoles then.
That is a little bit sad though, that one person plays it and then suddenly all his followers go out and buy it, or they've reprinted it because of demand.
One person who is the highest subscribed channel on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's a big
That's
fucking
really
difference.
sad. That's really sad. He could say anything and people will follow him.
He's got
that's how people work, though.
multiple millions of subs.
What is he, the Pied Piper? I mean, honestly.
That's how advertising works.
Millions and millions of people, Janny. Of course you're going to get some of them.
What's he got, like 30 million
Yeah,
subscribers?
I think so.
And that's just the
30
people
million.
subscribed to him. There could be more people that are exposed to him than that. You know, if he gets one view, that could be a group of kids sat watching it together still. And that's still a group of kids who laugh at it together and all go and buy it again.
Is it that good, though?
Skate
3.
Skate 3, rather.
No.
Skate 3 is amazing.
Oh, his videos.
Yeah.
I mean, well, no, there's better content on YouTube, but his videos aren't bad. I wouldn't say his content's bad.
He's doing
In
something
fact-
right.
His content is changing massively at the moment. Massively.
He put up a video today, right? This morning that I watched the intro to, and it was that Five Nights at Freddy's, like
Right, that
jump
thing that
scare shit.
everybody's done, yeah.
Exactly, but he said at the beginning of the video, "Oh, look, it's this game, YouTube fodder, like clickbait and stuff." He's like, "I didn't really want to play it, but you guys all asked for it, so like here we go."
You see, that's it sounds like an attention whore.
Yeah, but then
It's
you
like-
watch if
It's
if
like
you
that
watch it,
advert. Have you seen that YouTube advert on TV about that girl who gives advice to people and it's got like 5 million followers?
Oh god.
Yeah.
And she uses that cringeworthy thing. If my advice helps one person, then this whole thing is
Yeah.
worth it. Oh, fuck off! You're just there because you've got a pretty face. I don't even know why this guy is got so many followers.
He's just
It's so
I'll-
irritating.
he's
I'll
just
give him-
likable, man.
I'll give him credit. He seems like a very nice, approachable guy, but when he puts that voice on, I have to walk away. I have to. And with his girlfriend, that's not even her putting a voice on, that's just her voice. It's really-
That is.
But no, in all fairness, I think he deserves the amount of viewers he's got. I think his content is easy and accessible, and people do enjoy it. And if it gets people into gaming, and if it does put Skate 3 back into production and gets more people buying it, then do you know what? It's done its job, and more people are playing a good game.
It's just sad because I thought Skate 3 was good enough on its own merit, and I know it's good that it's enjoying a second wind, but I think it's one of those that a lot of people would have passed up, but too busy playing the general, whatever during the last gen, just playing whatever games dominated there. When I think that got really
Gears of War 3.
overlooked.
Gears of War 3 was that, Johnny?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, the Skate 3 would have been, 2010? So it's 4 years ago now, and to put that back in production and even break the top 20 charts again
It's
in the
definitely
time
something.
around him doing
That's
the videos,
powerful.
it's powerful stuff. But yeah, like I said, 30 million subscribers alone. If you expose that to just a small percentage, that's enough, isn't it?
Don't worry, Johnny, we'll get there one day, and then
To
we'll
put it-
play whatever we want.
To put it
We
in
need to pander
perspective,
to the man.
Jenny, to put it in perspective, that's
That's
like
somehow.
that's like more views. Like that 30 million subscribers. That's way more people than watch any of the like main major, like the hottest show on TV at any given time. So
How many does Nintendo Direct get?
10 people.
And Jamie's streaming it twice.
Yeah. I'm running it on the Wii U and the laptop, so that counts.
You just was
If the Wii U could run it.
The Wii U's got YouTube.
I'm sure it has.
it's just like a Skype conference call between Jamie Iwata and Reggie. That's all it is.
Jamie, this is what we're bringing out next.
Is anyone watching this?
This game needs more Cranky Con. But no, I don't know. We've kind of lost track.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
nearly bought Wii U the other day.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why not?
Hurry up and do it.
It was 160 quid and I'm just about to go on holiday.
Oh,
Yeah, but Mario Kart
seriously,
is some of the... But that would be worth it alone. That money alone, Mario
No,
Kart.
but Christmas is coming.
The goose
No,
is
no.
getting fat. Please put a Wii U in Gianni's lap. I don't know.
It's done a rhyme.
Yeah. I'm going to put it off till Christmas, January, because let's face it, it's probably going to get discounted in the stores. Not by
You're
me.
probably going to play too much Grand Theft Auto next week.
Exactly.
Next week.
Yeah, when I get back.
That means Gianni's not here next week.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
not
going to
gonna-
Iceland to go meet Peter Andre or something.
Here, Andre, yeah, I was going to do that one.
Yeah.
Advertising.
I'm
What do
tiptoeing
you-
around not talking about BlizzCon. That's what's happening right now.
Really, because
Oh, yeah.
nothing major really happened at BlizzCon, right? They talked some more about the new StarCraft 2 expansion. They talked about the new shooter game Overwatch, which
It looks
is
fun.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's got a really nice sort of Pixar anime art style thing going on.
Yeah,
which is-
but too much emphasis on the, like, we really want to put women on a level playing field. Just put too much focus on that.
Oh,
Yeah, which is strange because the character designs were still like wearing skin tight clothes anyway.
They're just, they are what they are. People need to fucking get over. Like, there's no... Oh, we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, but go back to that one.
Just
Your
rewind.
game is what it is. Don't try and sell it to people early now. Try and sell the game you want to make. Fucking hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
The game to escape. Don't
a
play
lot
the-
of stuff came out at BlizzCon, but I'll be honest, I don't really follow Blizzard's games, any of them, so none of it is really relevant to me. And I'm sure it's the same with you guys. I don't think you play any of Blizzard's games. So if you're listening and you want information on BlizzCon, it's fucking everywhere, man. Like, you can find out whatever you
You
need.
come to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, no, we are not sorry to disappoint you. What the hell are you doing?
If it's not Sony,
Same
we don't
again,
know.
though, look. There we go. Yeah, we don't know anything other than Sony. What's he never
Wait,
even
hang on,
done that?
hands. Hang on. What are we doing? Yeah, come join us. Come join us. We definitely don't need it. Maybe.
But then the same can be said, what I just said about make the game you want to make, we'll make the podcast we want to make. And if people want to listen to us talk about shit, then that's fine. But that shit won't
You
be
don't have a
BlizzCon.
choice. If you're looking for quality, there is none.
This is not the podcast you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
Oh, I think we've reached the end. Is there anything you guys want to add before we close this out?
Only that Just Cause 3 was it.
Oh
God, yeah,
Just
Just
Cause
Cause
3.
What,
I
you guys
think
enjoy
we have.
that? Number 2.
Just Cause 2 was fun, man.
Grappling
shit.
hooks and parachutes, man.
I don't know whether it would be fun if I bought it at full price on release, but when I got it for like $1.99 and Steam said it was fucking amazing.
I enjoyed it. I got it at release, but no, you're right. Wait, that one will be a Steam game in a couple of years.
Or freebie on
Fine.
PSN.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Come to.
But no, otherwise, that's it from Gianni for a week then.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
man.
it. Till next week.
So, actually, I take that back. You may end up getting with some quality content next week.
Oh, look what he did there.
Oh, self-burn.
Nobody's disputing you over it.
Yeah.
Self-deprecating.
No, don't draw any attention to it.
So wait, we're down Janny next week then?
We're down
Yeah.
at Janny next week.
That actually sucks because Janny's been awesome the last few weeks. Janny, look, we're going to give you some in-house love now before we finish. You've been very opinionated and outspoken. I've loved it.
I think
It was all wrong, but
It was
I can't even speak. Hey! I've never claimed to be right. Well, maybe I have. I don't know. Thanks, guys.
cheers, man.
Cool. Well, on that note, thanks everyone for listening. You can find us on Facebook. We are at GSC Games. You can follow us on Twitter, GSC_games. Our Twitter tags will be down in the description below. We put up content on YouTube from time to time. House of Spagnoli is a series that Jamie has been running in the Sims 3.
Is that a dig that I haven't done?
Hilarious.
Yeah,
No.
I was thinking about that.
Let's
Yeah,
give
get on
a
with it.
shout-out. Now that Podbean's our main audience, we can talk about stuff on YouTube.
I suppose.
Cool.
On that note, Nick, where's your content? Come on.
Oh, the gauntlet's been thrown.
and Ricky, I'm not going to just blame Nick. Look, come on, Ricky, where's your...
You gave us a teaser
Dark
for an
Souls?
episode that didn't show up.
Yeah, your whole platinum playthrough, man. That was a platinum
that
playthrough.
was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was good while it lasted, let's be honest.
Well, I can take the piss out of him now for not doing anymore because he's not going to listen to the end of the podcast. Nobody does.
Let's face it, we don't even listen.
Did any of you actually get to the end of last week's podcast?
I get to the end of every podcast.
I didn't
So
get to the start.
Did you get to the bit after the credits?
Was it the Janny coffee thing last time?
I don't know. You started doing a tune, and then you were like, "Oh, it was supposed to be the Street Fighter theme, but it ended up being Mega Man." And then I just cut to the Guile theme and ended.
Yeah, I got my weeks mixed up. I thought it was the one with the Janny coffee joke, but
Oh, good times, good times.
anyway,
Anyway,
listen to the end.
yeah, we'll see everyone next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. No, Johnny.